Belgian chocolate is chocolate produced in Belgium, a major industry since the 19th century. Today it forms an important part of the nation's economy and culture. The raw materials used in chocolate production do not originate in Belgium. Most cocoa is produced in Africa, Central America, and South America. Nonetheless, the country has an association with the product that dates to the early 17th century. The industry expanded massively in the 19th century, gaining an international reputation and, together with the Swiss, Belgium became one of the commodity's most important producers in Europe. Although the industry has been regulated by law since 1894, there is no universal standard for the chocolate to be labeled Belgian. The most commonly accepted standard dictates that the actual production of the chocolate must take place inside Belgium. Belgium's association with chocolate goes back as far as 1635, when the country was under Spanish occupation shortly after chocolate had been brought to Europe from Mesoamerica. By the mid-18th century, chocolate had become extremely popular in upper and middle-class circles, particularly in the form of hot chocolate. Among them was Charles Alexander of Lorraine, the Austrian governor of the territory. From the early 20th century, the country was able to import large quantities of cocoa from its African colony, the Belgian Congo. Contrary to popular belief, however, Belgium's colonies did not play an important role in the foundation of the Belgian chocolate industry. By the 1900s, chocolate was increasingly affordable for the Belgian working class. According to one study, Belgium first started to export more chocolate than it imported in the 1960s, with exports of Belgian chocolates growing exponentially since 1980. The composition of Belgian chocolate has been regulated by law since 1894 when, in order to prevent adulteration of the chocolate with low-quality fats from other sources, a minimum level of 35% pure cocoa was imposed. Attempts to introduce industry standardization have met with little success. In 2007, a voluntary quality standard was introduced by the European Union, which set certain criteria for a product to be considered Belgian chocolate. Under this Belgian chocolate code, refining, mixing and conching must be done inside Belgium. Controversy about what can legitimately be called Belgian chocolate has been fueled by some traditional Belgian chocolatiers being purchased by non-Belgian companies, and even moving production out of Belgium. Many firms produce chocolates by hand, which is laborious, and explains the prevalence of small, independent chocolate outlets, which are popular with tourists.